friends. Say hey when you're hopping on. We have a little ultrasound pic. So my pants keep sliding down. Say hello. Today, my nausea is like a level 10. It's just so gross this morning. But we are gonna get ready for the day, and I am a firm believer that half the time when I get ready, I at least feel a little better. So I got a new tool in that helps clear out your pores, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I've had issues with my pores just feeling like larger. I've been doing those charcoal clay masks, everything. And so today we're gonna use something new. Has anyone ever used this? It's called a LumiSpa. I have just seen so many of them on my feed, and their skin before and after. It's really great. As you know, you can't get like a lot of things when you're pregnant. So focusing on like skin wise. So focusing on good skincare, I think is super important during pregnancy. Hi, everybody's hopping on. Oh, sorry if I'm like spitty or out of breath. Okay. LumiSpa, has anyone tried this? And it came with a face wash. So I'm gonna do it, but I'll show you our little, so last week I'm still having them, like allergy issues. We don't know exactly what's causing it, but you can even tell, like sometimes my face gets a little flush. I have hives down the back of my legs, and a little bit of like throat clearing issues. That's what like makes me the most nervous. And certain foods are triggering it way more than others, and certain medicines are triggering it way more than others. But so anyways, so I had to go to the doctor, and my little ultrasound pic was in the car, and I got it out today, and I was like, I should show you. Okay, so are you ready? It like made me feel like there's a baby in there. So we go again Thursday for a heartbeat. So this was taken at 5 weeks even, right? 5 weeks even. I don't remember what day that was last week, but whatever day it was, that's what day it was. Today, it must have been like last Tuesday, because today I'm 6 weeks. So we're hoping to see a fetal pole on Thursday and a heartbeat. But we did see, which this is exciting. Okay, so there's a little baby sack. And there's a little baby inside. Or like a yolk sac. So you see a gestational sac and a yolk sac. So 4 or 5 weeks, that's exactly what you wanted to see. So, and then they have because it's a high risk doctor, they have a really good machine. And then she even did like a little 3D of it. Look, a little tadpole baby. Isn't that exciting? I left from there and went to go get a baby outfit, because I was like, well, that's really fun. There's like a little baby in there. And, but I got so sick that I couldn't wait to check out. So I put my stuff back where I found it and went and got a quesadilla. So anyways, this is, your sister was allergic to herself and allergic to her husband. Great. I kind of like, that's part of what the doctor was talking to me about. She was like, you are so progesterone sensitive and possibly estrogen sensitive, and you are naturally producing both those hormones when you're pregnant. And so you can't escape yourself. But I am taking antihistamines, and anyways, it's kind of exciting. So, hi Dad, Dad's on. Okay, share this video, comment, share below, and I'm going to give away a pack of TRIMFIT today. So I have been doing kind of a crummy job at asking for shares, just forgot, like just because I just did. But you'll get a fully closed, never been opened bag of TRIMFIT. Comment, share below, and extra entry if you tag a friend who you think might like our videos. And so, nice, you said every Wednesday you're up. Oh, Well, maybe. I need to like ask because maybe I went on Wednesday. Either way, it's really close. So we'll see when I go Thursday, if it's what, 6 weeks, 3 days or 6 weeks. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Or just keep chat GPTing like, today, what would it be? I need to get an app that tells you. This is my 5th baby, and every morning I wake up and my stomach's a little rounder, and every evening I go to bed and I'm like, whoa. So it just, probably a lot of bloating, and probably, that I'm growing a child. So there we have it. Okay, today there is a deal from Beautiful You, and it's when you buy either Balance, which is a urinary tract health product, or Reds, which is really great for cardiovascular health, improves oxygen to your body, especially if you're gonna be running, great for recovery. Nitric oxide widens the blood vessels, increasing blood flow, carrying oxygen, nutrients in the muscle, improves overall cardiovascular health, great for your heart. So if you get Reds, or if you are somebody who you just struggle with like UTIs, this will change your life. This will make you like, even your daily, like you'll just be cleaner. Let's put it that way. Like everything, like your urine like smells cleaner. You're not getting UTIs. You're not getting kidney stones as much. It is a cranberry daily, and you just put it straight in your mouth like you do the probiotics. It is really yummy, really delicious, and it's great for vaginal health. So if you ever feel like your smell is off, or maybe you're more prone to yeast infections or things like that, it is so good for vaginal health, urinary tract support, your microbiome balance, and it's also good for your skin. So this Balance one is really good, but when you buy this, you get a free bag of TRIMFIT. So, and you can use my code, you can stack on top of it. So use the code Courtney Swan, or you could even do the subscription, and you can save up to 25% off, so it's a good one. Okay, we're gonna try this new tool. I'm still going to do regular skincare just like normal, but I am gonna try this because I'm just wanting, my face is already clean. We're already washed, and I'm curious how much this, like, I also haven't used it, so it says connect now. Oh, whoa. And you're supposed to be able to use this, they're silicone grade, like rubber. I want to show you. One goes, the middle one oscillates one way and this one does the other, and it's silicone grade, it's medical grade silicone, and I don't know what silicone grade is, you know what I mean, medical grade silicone, and it is very gentle. You can use this even on like a strawberry, an orange, an egg. It won't bust it, but it'll get everything out of the little pore. So, anyways, let's try this. I'm gonna dampen my face just with water. Shocker. Okay, so we're going to put water all over, and I am gonna go down my neck. It's really good so you can see just like clean skin. Maybe like wet, but clean. Okay, then I'm curious, this is supposed to get all the grimy stuff, and the girls who I've seen using these, their skin, I was influenced and sold. Kathy, you have it from NuSkin, use it every day and love it. That's what I have several friends who have it, and they're like, worth every penny times 10. My skin has never looked cleaner. It is like glassy. It's just, and so I'm really excited. So you're gonna put facial cleanser. This came with it, so pretty excited about that. You could also use your Pomifera cleanser, any type of cleanser that you have with it, but it does come with this. And I'm gonna hold down the button. You press the button or you do hold it down? Here we go. Okay, it starts at, ooh. And I believe it's a 2-minute cycle of like different speeds. And it just gets everything out of your pores. It's got these like little rubber sections. But it's really good for sinus drainage as well. I'm gonna go right where I struggle It's just like all around my nose. It's got different, like it goes one way. Okay, Gary says the LumiSpa is fabulous. Been using it for a couple years. Your skin feels and looks great. Oh, a little goes a long way for the cleanser. Note to self, I should use less next time. And it kind of is like, you can see it's gentle, but it's definitely, so on top of just whatever we've been dealing with, we also got some sort of a cold, like green mucus, feel yucky, coughing, like our whole family. And so, just feel like I haven't caught a break for a few days. So sorry if I haven't been as active on here. I put the link for this in the description of the video, and look at that. It's like going each and every, ew, you can already see stuff coming out. And so I put the link for this. It's the NuSkin LumiSpa. I also splurged and got something else for them before I found out I was pregnant, and now I can't use it. So I'm really bummed. I'll have to wait until after I'm pregnant for their cellulite machine. So disappointed because you can't use, this has radio frequencies. It's also medical grade, but the before and afters for tightening, that was 2 minutes. The before and afters for I feel like I could do that. It's so relaxing. I could do it like another 2 minutes if I wanted. So this one is like tightening of the skin, saggy arms, cellulite. This is their NuSkin. This one is called the NuSpa. I was like, I cannot wait to get that in, all these things. And then I'm really excited I found out I was pregnant, but okay, I'm gonna wash my face, but this was white. And look how gross. So this stuff, so I plan to use this morning and night. Ew. My clean skin was not so clean. So I just announced my pregnant. Why are you so big already? I'm 6 weeks pregnant. It's a great question. Michelle, but it has a picture of a man, so I'm not sure. But I guess my body's just like growing a baby. I don't know what to tell you. Just am. So that's just about it. It is my 5th baby, so it's probably just, you know, my uterus is a little stretched out. But people. Okay, I'm gonna rinse off all that gross. This is also waterproof and you can use it in the shower. So you just clean it under water and you can, I haven't connected it to anything yet. So, okay, I'm interested to see how this, now that we have taken that stuff off, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, that's not too bad. Just a little tinted. But anyways, I can't wait to see what my skin looks like after using this for weeks. I follow a couple girls who their skin just looks so glowy. The link should be in the description. It's the NuSkin LumiSpa, and it's normally $260, but the bundle is $220. So it is a little on the pricier. I would consider it an investment, but I plan to use it twice a day for years, and I can't get any sort of Botox or any treatments or anything while I'm pregnant, so happy Valentine's to myself. Am I having twins? Not that I know of. No, just looked like one baby so far. So just, I'm really short torsoed. Like if you feel my rib is here and the top of my hip bone is here. I've been like this with all my pregnancies, even my first. By like 6 or 8 weeks with my first, I looked pregnant. Like, and so I don't think twins, although if that ever happened, that'd be exciting. but I'm short, and I just have a short torso. Like there's I'm in between my rib and my hip right there. And I mean, got a little bruising because I'm having to take like blood thinners, but it's just, I mean, it's just my belly. So, anyways, if you think this is big, follow me for a few more months. I might really surprise you. Okay, so it was the LumiSpa by NuSkin, and the link is in the description of the video. It's also at CourtneySwan.com if you need that as well. And then the anti-cellulite thing, I haven't ever tried it and haven't used it, but I wanted to. But this guy, like, use it on your arms. It's good for if you have sagging skin, like on your stomach. I was really excited for using it like on my stretch marks and all this. It is medical grade and it's radio frequency. You just can't use it pregnant. So I'll say this, and when I'm not pregnant, I'll use it, but I will probably share about it for anyone who wants something like that, because I think it's really awesome. Okay, let's go in here and look at my skin. This is pre-products. Does it look clean? It feels incredibly clean. Okay, I don't need to take these with me. I'm just gonna leave it just how it is. It's amazing. It's totally normal. Your body changes. Sometimes my body changes not even pregnant. Depending on what time of the month it is, like you have different hormones, different bloat. It's just normal that your body's just, but especially if you're growing a human, it would be really weird if like your stuff didn't get bigger and swollen and like your belly and all the smells. I'm like a hound dog. I could smell Adam putting on deodorant, and I was like, you have to change deodorant. It's like, and I was in the bedroom, like, I just can smell everything. Foods, you know, it's just all the things. And I would say that's like totally normal. So it's a little toasty in here today. We're gonna do regular skincare, just like normal. Oh man. And I don't know where my favorite thing is. That's a bummer. Let me see if I can find it. Where could it be? Under the sea. There it is, right in front of my face. Okay. I'm gonna just put you on a different tripod because this one, whoop, fell off. You guys, oh no, now it fell over. What happened? Oh, mercy. Somebody loosened up my thing. Screw it. You're just gonna be propped up on my counter because this is falling over. So the NuSkin LumiSpa, when you click that link, it should take you to all those two products, the cellulite thing or the Lumi. But look at my, so clean. I do have some redness right now because I'm having some regular life and swelling. Oh shoot, I gotta wash it. It's in my Amazon storefront. I'm gonna grab that in the water. But we're gonna do a whole little lymphatic drainage. Okay, underneath my, and then I need the water because I'm thirsty. My pantry stinks. Okay, here we try this again. Take 400. Okay, so let's do it. It's gonna tell you, you can get these tiny little bottles of Pomifera if you order Pomifera right now. If you get a Pomifera oil or a Pomifera rose, you can get a tiny thing of Plump or Pomifera rose, a tiny one, free, or $5. Okay, so we're going to do a lymphatic drainage before we do anything else. I'm a little out of breath from basic walking. You missed the ultrasound pic? Okay, if you go and watch the replay, Joey, I showed it at the beginning of that. Oh, there's no telling. It looks like somebody might be saying like some rude things, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm really not worried about it. I think I'm just like, I'm gonna do the best I can this pregnancy. Like, I really struggled with depression during pregnancy and postpartum depression with my last one. I still showed up, but I was like really sad. And I'm going to try, and I hate to say this, but like weight gain does make me really nervous, especially I've worked really hard the last few years to like get to like a healthier weight. I'd gained so much, kind of out of my control with Veda. I ate really healthy and gained excessive amounts of weight. And some people that just happens to. I am gonna try and like manage my blood sugar better this pregnancy and try to walk more. I did not walk or exercise last time, so that could definitely contribute. And to say that I'm not like nervous about gaining weight is a lie. Like, I'm definitely a little nervous, and I'm nervous, like, even though I feel like body changes are really good, you know, like your body's supposed to change, it definitely is still for your mind to be like, oh, I don't like recognize your body, like the bigger you get and the more things change. Like, so I do love sharing our life on here. I just would like, if I do get gigantic, like, just think it in your head. You don't have to tell me. I probably have noticed. If there's something that you're like, oh, you looked way better before, great, thanks. Or like, if I were you, I wouldn't have more kids because you know what that does to your body. I'm like, that's helpful, because I'm on like the roller coaster you can't get off of right now. Like, we're excited about this. So that's all I would ask is like, if you don't have anything nice to say, maybe not just to me, but like anybody in the world, like, maybe don't say it. That would be all I'd ask. So anyways, that would be all. But I am excited to share it, and we did announce early on purpose. One reason I normally get big really fast. Others, like, you feel bad, right? You're like nauseous and things change, and it's kind of noticeable if you know someone every day that you like are noticing changes, or their like habits are changing. Or what if I have a lot of appointments, or what if we have some things going on that's like, this is what's happening in our life. Like, I just want to be able to share it. So, anyways. Okay. This is a gua sha. I probably have a broken one in the floor over there because I don't know if I've ever thrown it away. I used to have a jade gua sha. This is in my Amazon storefront, so I did not link it directly on here, but I should have. If you take a Pomifera oil or any sort of like coconut oil, any oil that you're going to be using on your skin, I like this because it doesn't clog your pores. It's really good for wrinkles, fine lines. But if you are wanting lymphatic drainage, if you feel like your sinuses are just, you're puffy, which is currently what I feel, it's going to cause like a little bit of redness, but it's not like actual redness. It's just the blood coming to the surface of the skin. You actually want that. I'm gonna show you, you're gonna go this direction and then you're gonna go down. So you have a lymphatic drainage system right here. And you're gonna wanna, before you like really get into it, kind of pump this area. Like 10, 20 times. You wanna open that up. And then you're gonna like pump. Was everyone in Puerto Rico excited about Bad Bunny? Yes. My whole feed has been people who have been watching the performance and just like, I'll be really honest. I don't like booty shaking kind of stuff. Like, I know that's normally the halftime show, but the actual representation of the culture of Puerto Rico, I was crying during the Super Bowl show. And my favorite part was at the end when he said, God bless. And he starts going through all the like the flags, like Venezuela and Ecuador and all these things. And then he says like, God bless the USA and Canada and Puerto Rico. And there was just something like a cultural togetherness about it. Like from the little roadside taco stands to the coconuts to the people like harvesting sugar cane. Like it was a beautiful, I could have handled without the like thrusting. But as far as a cultural representation of like living in Puerto Rico, I did cry. And I also, my feed is full of like grandmas and people with like Puerto Rican flags at their house, like watching it and just having this, like people in Ecuador, like woohoo when he says their name. Like, I don't know. I personally, as someone who lives here, there were so many references of like people outside in their like plastic chairs playing dominoes and just friendly with strangers. And like the culture of the people here is so warm and welcoming and inviting and loving. And like people on the side of the road selling like ice cream and like coconuts and I don't know. So it was, personally, I cried during it. So that tells you how I felt. I just was like, I watched it on YouTube a second time because I was like, what if I missed certain pieces? And that's my personal stance on it. Now, I could have handled, obviously, like, do I want to like thrusting, like moving, like could have handled maybe that toned down, but I did know it was the halftime show and that would probably be, but the actual like cultural representation, I felt like it was beautiful. Like it was so storytelling. But, okay. Anyways, that was how I looked at it. If you've never been to Puerto Rico, it might not have clicked with you the same way. We've lived here a year and a half. And I'm like, just so proud, like, to be in Puerto Rico. And I also love it here. But the people here also love it here. Like, there is so much, like, pride and culture. It's just so good. So, the wedding, the proposal, like, I just was like, this is good. Like, the kids sleeping, because Puerto Ricans don't get babysitters. Like, they're always at any event, any part, kids are everywhere. And then they're like often falling asleep somewhere, because like, or at church, you'll see like kids just sleep on a pew. And so I loved like even the little kid with the football falling asleep. Like, I loved it. I thought he killed it when he handed his Grammy to that younger self. This is just me. Like, I know other people posted they didn't. And we all are entitled to our own opinion of what we love and what we don't. But I personally, I loved it. So, and they were real businesses represented, like the Villa's Tacos. And I just like was really proud. I was like, this is one of the most creative, most beautiful representations I've ever, like, it was to be just on a field. Like, it was just so cool. So, anyways, sorry if I'm a little snotty, you guys. So we're going to drain everything down. We're going to try to drain it all into our, you hold toxins here too. So if you have phlegm in your throat and you have phlegm here, it is just your body trying to get rid of toxins. So we're going to help it out. And anyways, I also don't speak Spanish, so I have no idea what he was actually saying, but I know the part where he said, like, I believed in myself and you should believe in yourself too. Like, that's good. have not read the English translations of the songs, but the actual representation of the culture, spot on. Okay, we're just like breaking this up. I'm so puffy, but yeah. Also, I heard somebody say, like, I think we travel, I love traveling the world. It's actually my favorite thing. And often we travel the world not speaking the same language. We live in a place where the primary language is different than what I speak, right? But I think you can enjoy things and not know the same language. Like, I can also enjoy watching the Olympics. Like, I did do one curling lesson when I took Adam to Canada. We took a curling class. So I know a little bit about curling, but I can watch them do it and appreciate it, even though I don't really know exactly how it works. I can watch rugby. I can watch somebody sing in another language, like opera or whatever. You know, they're singing in Italian and it's beautiful. I don't really understand it, but I can like appreciate it. And I think that is the part I like. I did not know the lyrics. So the lyrics are dirty and gross, then I don't know that part. But the actual cultural representation and show was beautiful. Okay. We're just going down. I'm gonna drain all this. You don't have to do this every time you do your stuff, but if you have the extra time, especially if you've been sick, it feels really great. Something else, a little life hack. If you will put a cucumber, cut it in half, and put it in the freezer. You could even peel some of the top of it and like rub this area with a frozen cucumber, like while you're taking a bath. So good. Okay, that's it. So nice. My skin looks so clean. Okay, so now that I've done this, that was the Pomifera rose oil. I typically don't use it under my makeup, so I'm gonna make sure it's really nice and rubbed in. You can also use your hands, or if you don't have a gua sha, like you can use this part. You can also go down this part of your nose and try and get some of that fluid out. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go in with the jellyfish wand. This is the ageless sculpting wand. Really good for anti-aging, really great for wrinkles. And I love this product. So this one is good if your skin is saggier. It's gonna really help just to be tighter and like lifted. You can also kind of like hit a pressure point in your brow and naturally raise your brow a little. I know this comment section has got a lot of people, like really some pro and hate of this Super Bowl show. I'm just saying personally, as someone who lives here in Puerto Rico, I thought it was a beautiful representation of like a storytelling from that aspect. But in no way am I trying that anyone is like ugly to each other, or like we all can have different opinions. That's just personally as somebody who lives here, I thought it was really beautiful. Like a lot of the culture. Again, I don't speak Spanish. I didn't really even investigate into words. of it. I just like watched the actual thing, and I could have dealt without like all like the thrusting, but I can also appreciate those beautiful storytelling. And I'm just like pretty much a Switzerland personality, you know what I mean? Where I'm like, there were some performances I've been like, absolutely, I hate everything about this. That wasn't this one for me. But if you hate me because I appreciated some of the Super Bowl performance that represented where I live, then you probably won't like me anyways. So, so anyways, my skin looks so clean, like so good. The wand I used was from NuSkin. I linked it in the description of the video. You can also drop the word me and I can send it to you. And we're going to go in with this next. This is the Youth Activating Serum. And this leaves your skin feeling like really good. My kids are so excited about the new baby. We kind of had some conversations yesterday about how big the age gap will be. And we were like, when this baby is 10, 28. And that kind of like blew my internet said it was going out for a second. So that kind of blew my mind. So I was like, well, it's a big gap. Like, and we were kind of going through what everybody's ages would be when this baby's 10. So, that's it. It's just, you know, but I am excited. Veda's especially excited. This is vitamin C serum. This just evens out your skin tone. And Veda's especially excited. But also we're like, we have another ultrasound on Thursday. And she was like, do you bring the baby home? And I'm like, no, we don't bring the baby home for like a long time. So I think that's the hardest thing is she doesn't really grasp like how long a pregnancy is. And it's long. Pregnancy is long. So does anybody have any big age gaps? Like there's already a big one with, my hands are slippery, I can't close that. There's already a big one with Veda and Lola. So fun news, Lola is a huge, she used to play soccer, huge soccer fan, and really loves, like she wears like a Messi jersey. When we went to Spain, we got her a Messi jersey, huge fan. Well, there is a Messi game in Puerto Rico, and we tried getting tickets when they came out. They sold out within the first 30 seconds. And so Adam was able to find tickets, and he's surprising her and taking her to the Messi game. And so he gave her a thing last night, like an early Valentine's gift, and gave her like a box of chocolate, and he printed off the tickets and put them inside. So exciting. And we were kind of talking about like when you have multiple kids, I think it's really important to try and do, and I want to do more of this, like more intentionally. But I think it's really important to try and do one-on-one things, maybe just once a month per kid. So that looks like for us, like once a week, one of us is trying to do something with just one child. Like, so maybe this week it could be I'm taking Lexi to go get a donut or to go get Starbucks, or maybe I'm taking somebody to the grocery store with me, or I'm going to like the park with Veda, or something big, like taking her to a, game, you know, or taking a kid to a movie they want to go to, but just like trying to be intentional. So, and I feel like they are all in different ages right now. Obviously they are all different ages. But I just want to try, and because sometimes you'll go weeks or like a while and you'll be like, when was the last time I spent time with just this kid? You know? And sometimes it can be, it's like a long time. Like, I can't even remember the last time I took just this one. Or sometimes we'll take like just the girls or just the middle girls. And it gets hard to be like, when was the last time I did something with just this person? And having just a couple hours, and we have to plan it because it's like somebody else has to watch the other ones and, you know, all this. But it's so good because when you don't have all of the other dynamics, I'm going in with the eye one for my under eyes and my eyelids right now. When you don't have the other dynamics and everything, you're able to really just kind of get to know that one child a little better and like create these individual memories. And for me, I think that's so good. So trying to do more of that. I got too much on this. I did like a big pump and I only needed like probably half a pump. Let's do it on my eyes. So this is the eye version. It's the ageless sculpting one for your eyes. You can see the redness is starting to kind of go down. I already had a little redness just because of like, I don't know. I've had allergies lately and my skin gets a little flushed. This will go down. Anytime you stimulate your skin and try and get more collagen and more blood flow to the surface, you'll have a little bit of this. So if you have somewhere to go right next, like don't do a gua sha on your face, but if you don't, or you're gonna put makeup on, then you're fine. I am gonna do a little bit of makeup. Okay, 10-year age gap. 3 girls are the youngest. Was a big surprise that they were all so close. See, I love that. My son's doing good. He's driving some, which makes you a little nervous, makes me a little nervous. He's been on like a workout thing lately and he's doing good. He's really excited. We have an upcoming ski trip and I will not be able to ski this year, obviously, but all the other kids, he snowboards, the other kids ski, and we're actually going with some friends of ours. And then we have several friends who live in Utah and live here, like part of the year they live here, part of the year they live in Utah, and 2 of them will be in Utah. Some of the time we'll be there. So we're gonna get to see some friends. I'm gonna go see a couple friends that I'm just friends with that don't live here, that live in Utah. And so, okay. I mean, I just feel like my skin today, like every little pore and everything is shiny and clean and glowy. I'm excited for how my makeup, like when your skin is really clean like that, your makeup goes on so good. But I would be totally fine just like hanging out and walking around with it looking like this. I'm really excited to use that like over a month and see how different my skin looks. As I'm getting older, like those are things that I'm trying to work on. Tightening pores, cleaning out your pores better. Things with like hyaluronic acid that help tighten your pores as well. That clay mask, tightening your pores, using something that's getting all the dirt out of it so that when it's not full, they can close. So good. Okay, where's my thing? Here it is. I don't think this is my color. Maybe it is. It's coriander. Yep. That'll work. Oh no, you found out you were pregnant with your first on the first day of skiing? Bummer. You tried to ski for like 2 seconds and then sat down and cried, and then someone who worked there drove you on a ski lift. Yes, so I already know I'm not a great skier. Not like when I say not a great, I'm actually probably not very good at all. And I flipped down the mountain last year and I thought I impaled myself with my stick. Luckily I had a fanny pack on and I jammed my phone into my stomach. But I thought I had internal bleeding. I was laying halfway down the mountain. I'd flipped like, boom, 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 boom. Skis were everywhere. I was like curled up and I was crying. And I was like, I think it went through. Like, I think I like jabbed and I did jab myself with my ski, but I had a fanny pack on it and that like probably saved my life. And so I ended up with a big bruise like in my groin, but I literally was like, would never ski pregnant because I'm just not a great skier. And I think that there's just too many accidents. I even have like a little bit of an irrational fear of falling on ice. When I was pregnant with Lola, I was carrying Christian to the car. He was asleep. He was like 4 at the time. And it was icy. And I went down some steps. They were brick steps. And I slipped and fell. And when I did, his head hit the brick. And it cut his head open. And there was just flooding of blood. We had to rush him to the ER. And he had to get stitches and a CT scan. And it was terrifying. I don't handle blood really well. And so I have this, like, I guess it's a rational fear. It's not irrational if something like that happened to you. It's like a trauma. And so since then, I am like incredibly cautious and nervous about ice. And I even had this like, should we cancel the trip? Like, what if I fall on ice? And I didn't know where it was coming from at first. And Adam's like, that's weird. Like, no. People walk around in Utah all the time, never worried about tripping on ice. And then I like put it together. Oh, well, my body is like trying to keep me safe. So anyways, that was super scary. And so if you live somewhere where it's icy, be so careful because ice is dangerous and you can fall so fast. But Lola was fine. I technically was bruised up, but I was fine. But Christian, oh, I felt so horrible. It was definitely an accident. Like I just, quicker than I could even think it happened. But to this day, one of my worst like mom moves ever. Like you like replay, how could I have done that a different way a million times? I felt so bad. Still feel so bad. Like still even now. But I had no idea that it was that bad. So, okay, I'm going in with bronzing drops. Ooh, boot cleats. Yes, and you can't see it. Like it did. I knew it was slippery, but I did not know it was like that. We had actually been at a revival and I didn't take the kids on purpose because I was like, it's icy out and I didn't want to be driving with the kids or have them walking around. So I tried preventing it and then that happened. Oh well. Do your best. Also, another thing that almost happened right after I delivered Lexi Kate, that to this day, I'm like, what if I had dropped her? She was a newborn. She was like probably 1 hour old. I had hemorrhaged and I was in a lot of pain. They had to go inside up to their elbow and try scooping out. Like my placenta didn't come out all the way. Horrible experience, by the way. Never wish this on my worst enemy. So all that gets like, maybe she was 2 hours old. All that gets taken care of. I'm like trying to nurse her, whatever. They gave me medicine because I was in so much pain. And I don't normally take medicine, like rarely. Anyways, I almost dropped her, caught her by her foot. I was just laying there like nursing her and I guess I fell asleep and she was like sliding. Miracle of the Lord, because I do not remember anything other than like grabbing her. First of all, I think if you are that medicated, you should offer, like they didn't have the option that the baby could go to the nursery. I'd asked because I was like, I just don't feel like I'm like capable of taking care of a human at this minute. And they were like, nursery isn't open at night here. Like you'll have to send her tomorrow. I think that you should not drug people and give them babies. That's my personal opinion. I think you should have the option to like get a little helper because I almost dropped my child that I would never want to drop. Crazy. Okay. I can tell a huge difference in my skin. Are you guys seeing this? Are we just glowing? Absolutely amazing. Like, this is not in my head. I hope you can see on camera. Crazy. I got the shakes super bad. Yes, I did. I actually have gotten the shakes with every baby, but I've heard that just recently heard if you bite your tongue while you're having the shakes, that your body directs like its brain power to something else. So let's see. People are still going back to these. Okay, so what I used today was that new Lumi face scrubbing device. It's called the LumiSpa. It's from NuSkin. I put it in the description of the video, and it gets every bit of dirt and grime off of your skin. Then I used my regular skincare routine, and we did a little lymphatic drainage with Pomifera rose oil, and then I used the jellyfish wand. It's the ageless sculpting wand from Pomifera, and I used our regular youth activating serum, which is like my favorite under your makeup skincare, and a little bit of vitamin C serum. That's just my, whoops, dropped all that. That's just my regular, like daily skincare, but this is like something new. Like, my skin is squeaky clean. And that's the benefit of gently exfoliating your skin. I can not, like, say enough of how nice and shiny. It just gets all the dirt. Yeah, I can tell a big difference. It almost like looks airbrushed. Yes, I feel the same way, Kaylee. Oh, you agree? You had a C-section. Your arms were getting innovative. They gave you your daughter. She was 9 pounds, and you felt like you were going to drop her. So you called the nursery, and they were insulted and asked me to please take her back. I felt like I was going to drop. Oh, your arms were weak. Yes. Like, they gave, that's kind of how I felt. Like, a lot of shame. Like, why? Like, you just had this baby. And I was like, not to mention, I just lost so much blood. I had been in labor for a long time. I hemorrhaged. They scooped out my insides with their literal arms. And I just, like, I was in trauma, and I needed a little extra, like, help, you know? Like, I needed a little more. But, and they also didn't let visitors stay for more than a visiting time or more than an hour. So, like, even your visitors who are like, okay, well, maybe so-and-so my sister could hold the baby, right? Well, no, they wouldn't let her stay. So it's like, okay, well, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to take care of this? Crazy. But she survived, and now she's 13, so that's a miracle. Okay, we're gonna find some setting powder for under my eyes. I'm glad I'm getting ready today, because I could easily have not gotten ready all day, and I would just feel wah-wah. This is the shade Oat from OFIR setting powder. I'm not going heavy with it. I'm just using a light dusting and a light brush because I love the look of a glowy face. I can remember my grandma telling me when she had kids that you stayed in the hospital for a whole week. She was like, it was like a vacation. She also said they gave you some sort of medicine that she doesn't remember much of anything of her whole life. She was like, it was like an amnesia test. Did anybody talk about that? I don't remember what she called it, but she was like, yeah, you basically don't remember anything. I'm like, they just like erase your memory? She was like, kind of. Just like they give it to you and then whoop. Then we had Veda during COVID. Again, very difficult. The nursery was totally closed and you couldn't have any visitors. Well, you could have one visitor, that's it. And so you had one visitor, and then if they weren't there, then you could possibly have another if it was during their like 3-hour window. So, okay, I used those like little Lumi drops, but I'm putting a little just regular bronzer. And then in other countries, they have these crazy services where, you know, you're like taken care of. I could start a business where I took care of pregnant women or people who just had babies. I just have so much empathy and compassion. Like, I used to do birth photography. If you didn't know this, I was a photographer for about a decade until I got with this, and I don't really do photography much anymore, but I was, and I loved it. And I loved birth photography. I would have loved to have been a doula. I think I thoroughly would have enjoyed that as well. But there's just something super magical. When I was younger, I thought I would do like maybe a nurse for labor and delivery, but I can't handle blood. So you don't want me to be the one that has to like make sure you don't die. But I could definitely take good care of you. I could love on you. I could like rub on you. I could tell you you're doing amazing, but I can't sew you up or do the gross part. Twilight sleep, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what my grandma said she had. She said it's called Twilight. And just like, you don't remember anything. You're there for a week, but you don't remember anything. Crazy. Okay. Are we glowing? We are glowing. Okay, going in with Gold Rush. We're just gonna like continually make this glowier. If you don't like glowy looks, then you're not gonna like this. This one's broken, but I haven't thrown it away because I still like it and it still works. Just a little messy. So my favorite part of labor, being a birth photographer, was just watching, like, you'd get there at first, this family who's never had a kid, right? They're like not even really understanding what's about to happen. They have no idea. Then things start progressing. You can tell the husband's like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden this baby is like born, and you can see like the husband realizes, holy cow, there's a baby there. And he's like loving on his wife, and the wife is like, I can't believe it's born. And it's just like this family, it went from like 2 grown-ups to now like 2 parents. And it's just so good. Really is. It's just beautiful, like beautiful moment. Okay, because we're doing the glow up, going in with that pink. You can even put a blush underneath this. If you're gonna use a cream blush, use it before you use a powder. You always wanna set with a powder. This is Radiant Rose. I do have some powder blush and I am gonna add it. But I've been using cream blush a lot lately. This is the powder blush in the shade Current. If you ever put cream on top of powder, it'll get like gross. So, cream then powder, or powder and powder. Voila! Okay, going in with like a really nice chocolatey brown eyeshadow look. Maybe. I actually saw an ad of myself this week, and I was like, that's an amazing eyeshadow look. I think I want to do that again. If I can find the palette that I used, we may do a little, this one. This is a good one. It's the Perennial palette from OFIR. I haven't done a fun eyeshadow look in a while. Let's do my brows in a fun eyeshadow look. Are we here for it? So we have a busy week this week. We have 2 character days for school. Lola has Renaissance Day, which her dress already came in. Praise the Lord. And it fits also, praise the Lord. And then they have a character day for Veda, where you are a community, someone in your community, and she chose to be a police officer. And because she said she wanted to arrest bad guys. So there's that. So she looks so cute. Her outfit also fit. And now we just have to make, she has a parade and she has to have a police car made out of cardboard. When I'm telling you, they all have so many activities every week, every day. Every week, every day. And I definitely have like a little pimple right there. But I'm like, how do people keep up with remembering all these hints? I forgot the 100th day of school, which is like a regular one, you know? Forgot it. So just, we're all doing our best. But used to, I feel like when I was younger, it was like crazy sock day. And you're like, I bet I could find 2 mismatched socks. Now it's like, it's a full-on thing. And then Lexi, she has Spirit Week coming up. And I'm just grateful Christian homeschools, and he's pretty easy. Yes, Kim, what I recommend to lighten dark spots on your face, Pomifera rose oil. It is so good for melasma and all of like the damage on your skin. Has anyone ordered one of these things yet? I'm really curious. I saw 2 people say that they already used it, like that facial scrubber, the LumiSpa. But I'm curious if anybody is getting one. I want it. I'm like obsessed with the way that my skin looks today. Like, absolutely in love. I'm gonna do a little blending. That's my own fault, not. I'm just like blown away. Especially because I've been feeling it kind of feels a little dull, you know? And that's why I've been trying to do like, oh, a clay mask or oh, extra exfoliating, that kind of thing. And so for it to be glowy and hydrated and smooth. What about the broken capillaries on my cheeks? So I just have had like a lot of allergies lately, and personally I have some like, or if I gua sha, you can kind of see like a little bit of redness. I would recommend using Pomifera Rose as well, but I don't feel like they look bad at all. Melissa said, I used to have bad melasma, but have been using Pomifera Rose oil for over a year now, and your dark spots are gone. Oh, Emily, I do devotion still. We've actually been doing a 13-week devotion series. Tomorrow is our last devotion day, but we've been doing it every Wednesday. Okay, we're gonna go in and start doing this fun eye look. So I'm gonna start with my crease. This is the perennial palette from OFIR. Make sure your eyelid is kind of nice and you don't have any sleep in your eye. Always check that. Okay, you're gonna go into the arch with this, the brownish taupey color at the top. Okay. Normally I have it to where it's a little higher. I feel like I'm kind of looking down at you, but we got it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's like this rusty brown. I'm gonna put it all over my lid. This is beautiful. Okay, what I used for dark spots is it's Pomifera Rose Oil. It's from Pomifera. I put my link in the description of the video. It's amazing for wrinkles, fine lines, dark spots. You can do a gua sha, like lymphatic drainage like we did. It is so good. And right now they have it. If you buy a full-size one, you can get a smaller one for only $5. And I love to travel with those. For my brows, I used the OFIR brow liner in the shade Chocolate. Okay, now I'm just kind of using my finger and going up into that outer corner, just the tiniest bit. And I do have the link for Pomifera in the description of the video, or you can drop the word me below and I'll send it to you. Okay, now we're gonna take that same color. I'm gonna go under my lash line. Yes, so if you missed it at the beginning, we got an ultrasound last week at 5 days, and there was no heartbeat yet, but that's normal because we were only 5 weeks. But they did see a gestational sac and a yolk sac. So we go again Thursday, and I have a follow-up about just like how I'm feeling, and then I'll get an ultrasound there, and we're hoping to see a heartbeat. Hopefully everything's good, progressing great. I feel like I've been really sick. My sense of smell is really sensitive. I feel like my body's looking pregnant, feeling pregnant. So I'm hoping everything's going great. On like when I feel like I'm not having, where I'm like, I kind of feel normal right now. I'm like, is everything okay? Okay, going in with that gold with a little inner corner pop. Let's brighten it up. The Pomifera link, I think it's the second or third thing listed in the description of the video. Okay. Yes, you've been mixing Pomifera Rose with your moisturizer. You can totally add it to like all kinds of things. You can put it on your heels, on your elbows, on your dry hands. You can add it to lotion. You can add it to a hand cream. You can make your skincare even more anti-aging by adding a little bit to it. So good. You could put it on it's microbacterial, antibacterial, antifungal. You could put it on your warts, your skin tags. So good. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. I'm gonna take a little bit of this color, adding it down here. Just the tiniest bit to blend it together. And then I'm gonna take this darkest color, but barely tapping. Do you see that? Kind of go in a little V shape, but I barely got any on my brush. Because you can always add more. It's just hard if you add too much to blend it out. I would rather do hardly any and then add more than do too much. Okay, so now go back in with this and you're just gonna press it. Just like that. You can definitely put it on scars. I used it on scars for when I had a lift, which I've gotten several questions like, will you be able to nurse? Or like, I'm not sure. I nursed all my other babies, hence probably why my tatas looked so bad. I don't know if I'll be able to nurse this baby. I do know on occasion I still like leak. So that's pretty common if you've nursed a lot of babies for a long time. But so even now, since I've had a lift, I will still kind of have like a little bit of milk production. So that's like a good sign that your mammary glands and stuff are still active. So if I can't, I would be really sad because I've nursed all my other kids for a long time. But I knew going into it that if we had another baby, I might not be able to. Or then I might, you know, you never know. So I won't know until afterwards. But the doctor said that even though I had a lot taken out, like he felt pretty confident. Like we went under the muscle for the implant to give like volume up here. And then he felt pretty confident that if everything went well, that I should still be able to. It was a reduction, yeah. A very big reduction. And hindsight, that recovery was incredibly painful and really hard. It looks great now, so I don't necessarily regret it. But had I known going into it, I would have like prepared differently or gotten more help or had pre-worked like enough stuff so the after wasn't like, I just felt like it kind of started me on a little, I was behind spiral for a minute, just for my regular life. Like I needed more help. So that would be my only advice. If you do something like that, I just had friends who were like, I had implants and now 10 days later I'm on a trip. And that was my expectation. And for me, 10 days later, I could barely pull my own underwear up. So, but I didn't just get implants. I had a full reduction and they had to like raise my nipple 7 inches. They had to like take all kinds of stuff and then cut through all of it and then sew it back together. It was a big deal. And, you know, you have tubes and drains, and I was already anemic, and then I was really, really anemic after, and it made me feel bad. And I just kind of was like, what have I done? But now it looks great. Kristen, you're still nursing. She's 17 months. You have no clue how you're going to stop. You're both so attached to each other. I would just keep doing it then. Most of the time, I stopped with my other ones because I started being like, it gave me, like I nursed, but I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I was like it was almost like my body was like, okay, it's time. And I started being like, every time I would nurse, it made me really uncomfortable, kind of cringy. Like it was the opposite of a good feeling. And that's normally when I stopped nursing. Some kids, it was like closer to 2. Veda, it was like almost a year. So I think it's totally, every child is different. As long as it's going good for both of you, it is like the best thing you can do for your baby. So you are crushing it. Okay, this is the mascara from Olive Rose. Also, if you're looking to get your lashes to grow super long, I highly recommend a lash serum. They have buy one, get one free right now. It's their Valentine deal from Barboletta. I did link that into the description of the video. Sorry, I was reading that while I was trying to talk. And I was like, what is happening? No, yeah, so I guess you'll know when it's time. Even now, Veda still tries to like get her hands up my shirt, and I'm like, you can't do that. She's like, it's so squishy. But if you think like instinctually, kids for years and years and years have always nursed for like a long time, you know? It's just been recently that we're like, oh. So, Ursula, I have no lip filler right now. Well, I got lip filler before we moved to Puerto Rico, about 8 months, I guess, prior. And I got 1 syringe, like just a little bit. Like when I had them, what do they call it? Deflated? I can't think of, dissolved. And then I got 1, and that was probably 2 years ago. Right now, my lips are swollen because I keep having, like I have hives right now too, and my lips are just like juicy. And they might be juicy my whole pregnancy. I'm not sure. But I did get, I think it takes me so long to put on mascara because I read comments and talk at the same time. Sorry, I'll try to be faster. Because if you're not really focused, you can poke your eye out. So it takes me a minute. I'm sure you guys are watching. You're like, just hurry up. But it's hard to read and do this to your eye at the same time. Doing my best. So I do like the brand. It's called Kiss. And if I got them done again, I would do that again. But and it has lasted a really, really long time. Like, I haven't gotten a touch-up or a refill or anything. I don't really have anyone here to do stuff like that. So my wrinkle game's a little strong. Hence why I really want to work on good skincare, because I have like resting wrinkles. And I just want to have like my skin be kind of as good as I can naturally get it. So especially being pregnant. So I don't know exactly what I'm allergic to, Laura. I know most things I'm eating right now kind of make me have this throat clearing issue. And then every time I take medicine, it's doing it. And then I have stopped taking progesterone, which that made me really nervous, because if your progesterone drops too low, it can cause a miscarriage, right? So I was on a progesterone supplement to help keep my progesterone level high. And I have been off of that now for 5 days. And I did do an at-home progesterone, like checking my levels on that little Mira machine. It's so good for your hormones. And my progesterone is like on its own doing well. I'll continue checking it because I haven't been able to get the vaginal progesterone yet, but that's on the list. So that one's a big one, but my body is naturally producing it, right? And hormones. And it's kind of like it's a lot going on that it's having a hard time processing everything. And I'm kind of having like an allergic reaction to myself, to food, to medicines, to like a lot of things. Okay. I'm going to show you how I clean up if you get mascara messy everywhere. What do you guys think about this eyeshadow look? Perfect for Valentine's. If anybody has this palette, take your little spoolie if you get messy. Just like that. I'm amazed at my skin today. Like, just close up. And I have been feeling so like fluffy faced for the last little while. I'm gonna move this to where you guys can see at like a regular level. If I can find, there it is. And then I'm gonna do my hair really fast and then we're done. If you hopped on late, I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I will mention it again. Beautiful You has a deal right now where if you buy the urinary tract health or like the balance, or if you get the reds, you get a free thing of TRIMFIT. So it's a really good deal. Right now I just have Happy Salve. That's it on my lips. I don't know if I'll overline them just a little, maybe. Color is this? This is Plum. I think I'm gonna just do brown. I've been using the shade Whirlin' a lot. I also have, let's see. Sorry, I'm like a little coffee. I just have had just stuff going on with, oh, that's not the right color. Okay, this is the shade Stone. I'm gonna scoot closer. Today's the first day I feel like I look like myself. I told Adam it's really important that he makes sure I brush my teeth every day. I've been so nauseous and my tongue is raw. It's like a side effect right now. I don't know if it's, I'm gonna ask my doctor, like my iron's a little low. I don't know if it's from that or if it's because of the allergic reactions, but like my tongue is like missing chunks and it's so raw. And and then I've been nauseous, so it's really hard. Like, I don't really want to brush my teeth, but it's so good for mental health. You need to keep brushing your teeth. It's like not good not to do that. I know that sounds so gross, but I'm like, make sure I get sunshine. Make sure I like get myself ready, even if I don't want to, because I don't want to go down. Did anyone deal with depression while you're pregnant? Like postpartum depression? It's so hard. So I am trying to do anti-inflammatory foods right now, or antihistamine foods. So like ground turkey, chicken, sweet potato, carrots, green beans. The best place I would recommend, you said don't know where to start for losing weight. So I did lose over 100 pounds like in the past. I would recommend, like, seriously, TRIMFIT is so good. Especially in the beginning. Like, I don't know, I lost about 65 pounds, I guess, with it. And then I kind of maintained that. My body tends to like about this size. That and the control. But TRIMFIT it was the first time I started working out again. It gave me energy. I felt good. I have thousands of customers who reorder it every month, like for weight loss and also just feeling good. And I feel like when you start feeling good and you aren't having hunger cravings, you can make better choices too. But like overall, I love like that. And I see a lot of people have really, really great tongue. Yeah. Another part of an allergic reaction. Isn't that crazy? It's so weird. And it's painful. Okay, so the color, I didn't link these, but I'll try to. But Stone, this is from MAC. I know I have it in my shop, my linked. I'll look and see if I can link it on Amazon. Sometimes I just like to show you cute stuff. So, but Stone is the darker color. And then Velvet Teddy is my little tiny one. Also, if you're a lipstick person and you just like to try different colors, these are only $15 and they're smaller, but I love it because I can figure out, you know, if you get a lipstick and use it 2 or 3 times, like, okay, well, I just don't like the way that looks. But then you have one you use a lot. I feel like it's a good way to know. Yes, get outside, walk every day. If anybody else has other things that you're like, this really helped me, I feel fine right now other than feeling sick and like my throat closing up and being nauseous and all the regular, but I don't feel depressed, right? I don't feel like everyone would be better off without me type feelings, which is so good. I hope I don't get that again. That was one of our scary reasons. That's why we didn't have try for a baby earlier. I had really just like sad after I had her and not myself for a while, like felt like I really lost my sparkle for pregnancy and postpartum with Veda. And like Adam was like, I never want to do that again. Like it took about 2 years to kind of feel like, oh, I'm like getting myself back. And so then you hindsight, and I'm like, it's not always like that, you know? And so I'm just praying this time, like, God, just like give me peace. Help me not to be anxious for anything. Like help me to enjoy this experience. Like let it go well, let it go good. Like put the right doctors in place, like all of it. And so, Crystal, I would ask your doctor. I have like itching in my hand. It's so bad too, which is probably an allergy. My hives are crazy. I would ask your doctor about TRIMFIT for someone who's diabetic, but I believe you can. In TRIMFIT, the sweetener is sucralose. In Control, it is stevia. So I would ask your doctor which one they would rather you be on. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Just gonna use our volume. Oh, yeah, so I did that in the middle of the night. Warm water, baking soda, and swished. Miracle for your tongue. But then I tried to put honey on it. Bad idea, because honey's supposed to be healing. Then my tongue was burning in. I need to do that again, because that was actually such a good relief. I got the top that I'm wearing. I linked it in the description of the video, and I'm wearing a size medium. I'll show you the full outfit here in a second. Okay, this new face thing is gonna be my go-to. Like, seriously, I know it took us a little longer to get ready. Maybe I just won't do my hair or full makeup live. I don't know. So I typically like to take TRIMFIT in the morning and then control closer to like the evening when I'm munchy. So, but I've had a lot of customers who are like, I've started dropping even more weight, or like I got to where I was stalled and then I added control and now I'm not like evening snacking, and it's made a huge difference. The bra is from them as well. It's from Aerie. So if you're on there, and this one is the one, it's like a tank. So I'll show you how it's like this, and then it crisscrosses in the back. I don't know if I linked this. I'll link it after. So let's do it. I'm almost done. For everybody who stayed this whole time, you're my bestie. Sometimes I can't always stay on longer and just hang out and chat. And then other days I have a little more time and we're not rushed. And I think it's fun. I know everybody can't hang out that long, but I like it. Yes, so if the control is too sweet for you, I would try like half a scoop. Like you can mix and match all their supplements to figure out what you like the best. Yay, I'm glad you guys liked it. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I feel so bad. I was like long today. And so it's good to know that you're not annoyed. Because some people are like, why'd you take so long? I just wanted to see how you did that eyeshadow look or something. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hang out, trying to show you looks, trying to share my life. This pumper doesn't work good. I got this at Marshall's. It is the Kristen S dry shampoo powder. It smells good. But I would say not my favorite. Wouldn't buy again. If the pumper worked better, that's how it ended up at Marshall's. So Veda is feeling better. She's had an ear infection. Last night she got up in the middle. She's still getting up. But it's gotten, I would say, better. Last night she had a bad dream that Lola gave her melted ice cream. And she came in so upset that Lola gave her melted ice cream in her dream. And you should never do that to your sister. You should never do that to someone you love. No one likes melted ice cream. And I had to like remind her, like, it's just a dream. Like, Lola's a good sister. She would never give you, this is like at 3 o'clock this morning. Like, she would never give you melted ice cream. And anyways, it's hard. But I would rather have a dream like that than like an actual scary. Okay. Going in a little hairspray. And I'll show you the full outfit in case I feel like this top is giving kind of, I got it in gray and in white and I did link it. It does run a little big, so I went down to a size medium. I think it's giving like Pilates vibes, like it would be amazing to wear for Pilates. And then I got the pants at, I found the link for those as well. And I got them when I was at the mall with the kids. And I feel like they're gonna be great for how stretchy they are. This is just not cutting it for me, but that's good. What do we think? Can you tell difference in my skin? Like, is this in my head? I can tell a difference. I see my own skin and my own face a lot because I do a lot of these videos. And I feel like it's looking, skin is skinning. Okay, here's the full outfit, and then I'm gonna hop off here. Also, I'm gonna show you something I got that is such a fail. I just saw it. Okay, so these, look how big I'm gonna be able to get before I can't wear these. That's great. I've been wearing this. We'll say this comes, I have some little bruisey. This is like where it comes, so it is definitely cropped. So keep that in mind. A high-waisted legging, this would be really cute with. A jean, like if you like a crop, I think it's cute. You can decide if you want any skin to show or not. Like, I'm kind of a fan of this, like the tiniest. When my belly gets really huge, it'll just all hang out and it'll be fine. Okay, this is what I bought for our trip. Here's the fail. It said recommended for me as a medium. I'm like, okay, I can see that. Whew. Kind of looks like a scuba suit, which I was like, that's not bad. Like, this is a medium? Who is wearing this? So I haven't tried it on yet, but I have a feeling, unless it's just like crazy stretchy, I'm not gonna be able to get it on my body. So I really should order like an extra large. But what I wanted to wear was this that won't fit. And these little guys, because we're gonna go to Utah. I'm like, how cute would this be? Like, hello, snow bunny outfit. So I did get these guys. I didn't get the expensive ones, I got the cheap ones. And I would say I'm mid impressed. Like, they're not great, but for the price, they're probably fine. I didn't want to buy like really expensive ones because I'm only there for a couple days. But I think they're cute enough that they would look cute in a picture. Okay, so here's, imagine the wetsuit. This, and if you can find the hole, can you see the vision? And then like a big fur boot. And then this, it looks kind of ugly in your hand, but it has a little thing here, which I like. And then I actually thought it was cute. What do we think? So I just need to find, I don't think it's bad. Like once you get it on, I think it's actually kind of cute. So there's my, they did have some that were like real fur, and they had some that looked more like real fur, but this one I think was $10. So for $10, and I only go to Utah, like I'm only going for a couple days, felt like it was in my budget of fun. I didn't want to spend like 150 bucks on a thing. If I lived there, I would. That's where I'm like, you know, if I lived there, I would want to have like really warm. I'd have a staple, certain things, but I don't live somewhere cold. I live in the Caribbean. And so anyways, hopefully I can find like a wool onesie to wear, and I think it'll be cute. And then I also got, and then I'm going to hop off. Just love hanging out with you. You guys get the fun stuff at the end if you stay around. Okay, and then I got this really funky jacket. I'll do some sort of reel or something. Okay, this I just plan to wear with like everything. I just think it's so cute. I don't have this linked or anything. I just linked it. So it has ducks and then more ducks, and it's like 2 different colors. And maybe I would even wear, can you wear the fur thing and the ducks? Yeah, you can. Just wish every now and then I went to colder places more often. So this is my duck jacket. And I have this color shoelaces. I don't know what shoes I'm gonna wear. I don't even know what outfit I'm gonna wear yet, but I do plan to wear the duck jacket a good bit. I'm trying to get all the clothes that all my cold clothes for my few days in the cold. So, anywho. Okay, well, that's it. I'm getting ready with you today. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for hanging out. And I put all the links in the description of the video that I could think of. If there's any I'm missing, send me a message and I can send it to you directly if you really want it. I thought I had lipstick on my teeth. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. And tomorrow is our Bible study. It will be our last Bible study of that book. So, anywho, talk to you later. Have a good day. The duck jacket is crazy. So crazy, but it's so cute. I just could not help myself. And I've actually had it for a while and I just haven't gone anywhere cold. But I was like, if I don't buy this, I might not ever see it again. And it was so cute. So, and I hope that that's what I find even this pregnancy. Like, I really want to just embrace my own style or things I like, or have fun with fashion, or have fun with fashion while pregnant. And so I'm going to try and do that. So, just to try and feel good, you know, in my own skin. So, anyways, love you guys. Talk to you later.